A truck is 35 minutes late. The driver is calling, the warehouse is calling, and the next slot is starting to disappear. This is where dispatch stops being a plan on a screen and becomes a live decision chain. The mistake is thinking this is one delay. It is not. It is one truck connected to 3 different clocks. The driver has one clock: driving time, rest, fuel, traffic, and the real ETA. The warehouse has another clock: the ramp, the people waiting, and the slot they cannot hold forever. Then there is the third clock: the next load, the next unload, or the client who only sees that the truck is late. Weak dispatch tries to answer all of that at once. It calls everyone. It promises too much. It asks the driver for impossible time. And then the story changes every 10 minutes. That is how one late truck becomes 3 separate problems. Good dispatch works in sequence. First, get reality from the driver. Not hope, not maybe, reality. Where exactly are you? What is blocking you? What is the real ETA if nothing improves? How many legal hours are left? If the answer is unclear, every next call is already weak. Second, deal with the slot. A loading slot is not a suggestion. If the truck is slipping, the warehouse needs the truth early enough to react. Not when the truck is already at the gate. Not when everyone is angry. Early. Can the slot still hold? Does it move? Do we need a recovery plan now? Maybe is not a plan. Here's what this looks like in real operations. The driver says he is 35 minutes late. That does not automatically mean the route is lost, but it does mean the dispatcher has to stop pretending the original plan is still clean. If the ramp can hold the slot, the instruction is simple. Keep moving safely, update at the next checkpoint, and do not guess the ETA. If the ramp cannot hold it, the decision changes. Now the dispatcher has to know whether waiting 2 hours destroys the next job. If it does, the next call is not emotional, it is practical. This slot is moving. This is the new ETA. This is what we can still protect. This is what needs to be rebooked. That sounds boring, but it saves money, because most expensive transport mistakes do not start with one huge disaster. They start with 10 small delays nobody named early enough. Third, look at the next consequence. If we save this slot, do we break tomorrow? If we push the driver, do we damage the rest plan? If we wait for perfect information, do we lose the only good option? That is the part outsiders rarely see. Dispatch is not just answering the phone. It is protecting the next decision before it becomes expensive. The bad version is noise. 3 calls, 3 stories, 3 people hearing different promises. The good version is order. Driver facts, slot reality, next consequence, then one clear move for each side. The driver gets a practical instruction. The warehouse gets a real ETA. The next stakeholder gets a decision early enough to do something with it. That is the difference between being busy and being in control. At Astrum, this is the standard we want to show. Do not answer pressure with noise. Answer it with sequence. Because one late truck does not destroy a route by itself. Confused reactions do.